Hello everybody, glad you could make it. My name is Kaylee Ellen and welcome to this week's video. Please excuse my hair. It's been, as you may know if you follow me on Instagram, it's been a really long week. But today I have a plant haul for you. It's ever so slightly different, okay? I'm hauling plants that actually aren't mine. Ben bought these plants really recently. He brought them in. I was like, hey, they look pretty cool. Do you want me to show them to people? And he went, yeah, why not? So I think he's bought these in, some to keep for himself, some to breed with, some to sell. So basically exactly the same thing I would do. I think I have 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I'm going to pick them up in any old order and talk to you about them. I'm told he has sent me images. I don't know where he's got the images from, but where possible, I'll put them up on the screen. Right, the first one we have here is Papillolamum suja, or suja. I don't exactly know how you pronounce it. This looks like not a lot. It looks like not a lot of anything, I won't lie. But I've seen this on the internet and I think I know the picture he's probably sent me. And to be fair, it's a really, really, really nice plant. So the veinage in the center, basically, again, this looks like nothing now. It's going to get really like fanned out and blown out and sexy. So I think when it's bigger, it's going to look quite good. Very minimal root. I didn't pot any of these up. Luckily, he gave them to me and they were already potted up. Because I honestly thought if he gives me a box and says to me, you can unhaul them, but you have to unpack them and plant them up, I think I'd have about died this week. So this one's really cute. It has a new little leaf coming out and it's so small to tell, but on the new leaf, you can actually see the way that all the veinage is going to fan out. But I appreciate that is super difficult to see. This is obviously going to be a situation where I show you the picture and then you look and you go, oh, I get it. Because I think most of the things in this haul, apart from some of the obvious ones, probably won't make much sense. I mean, some of them, honestly, don't make much sense to me. But obviously, I'm going to give you my completely unfiltered opinion on them. So that is the first plant. That is Papillolamum suja. Again, hopefully, the image is right next to me and it looks good. I think it does. I think I've seen this one before and I did like it. I just didn't personally want to invest in it because I have other things. But I think when it gets big, it's going to be really cute. So that is the first plant on the list. I think some of these plants, by the way, you're going to see what they look like before I do, because I've only been given these and I haven't even looked at the photographs yet. So I'm looking at something that's green and I'm like, okay, don't get it. But you guys will probably have the photograph next to me that shows you what it actually looks like. So if I'm underwhelmed at any point, that is probably why. And this might be one of these situations. It says it's a clone of Red Queen. Red Queen, and this one, I mean, it looks like it might have nice veining when it gets older, mainly due to this leaf here, because the next leaf up has suffered a little bit. It's got red veins in it, and I don't know if it's got anything to do with red vein dark phoenix, because the petioles are also quite blush. Can you see that? So I don't know. Without looking it up, I'm not really sure. I wonder if I can look them up. 2 seconds, guys. Because I feel like that would benefit us, right? That one doesn't even say what it is. This is not helpful. I don't even know what photograph goes with it. Good job, Ben. Snaps for Ben. Snaps for Ben. He put them in a folder, right? And he said, I put them in this folder. It'll be so obvious what they are. And so many of them are just zoomed in shots of plants. And I guess I've got to guess what they look like. I don't know. So if I've not put a photograph in for you, it's because I don't know what it is. But yeah, Red Queen. Don't know. It sounds familiar, I think, but I don't know anything about that. But we'll put him down because he's just, I mean, he is what he is. He's very boring. Sorry. Right, let's get something a little bit more interesting. This one here is Anthurium variegated Papillolamum by Red Vein Dark Phoenix, and I can immediately see the parents of both. So if I show you this one, it does have a new leaf coming out, but that is the variegation on him. The other leaves, this has some on it there, and this has literally none on it, so that's quite interesting. So we're going off really the main, newest leaf here. I can't really tell what is on the very new leaf coming in because it's borderline impossible to tell. But I do quite like that, actually. I think that could be quite nice. I think with a cross like this, when it's variegated, I'm not sure you can really go that far wrong. Do you know what I mean? It's like variegated pap, okay. That's pretty generic in my view. But obviously Red Vein Dark Phoenix is great. So whatever that adds, in my opinion, that's really good. This looks a little bit pale to me. I know when they're younger, they tend to be a bit paler anyway. This looks a little bit too pale. Maybe it might need a little bit of feeding, but I do really like the red of the red vein dark phoenix coming through on those petioles. And I think if he can propagate it and keep it going with the variegation, then great. It's hard to see, like I can't see anything in the petiole, even though it's in there, obviously, because the leaf's variegated, but it's quite a challenge to actually work out what's going on with that. I believe, you know, you'll never see this on camera, I believe there might be a patch of variegation on that new leaf, but I don't even think my camera wants to zoom in that far. I can see something, but I'm not really sure what it is. So I guess it's nice. There are more variegated plants here in front of me, by the way. And this is probably not my favorite just because the other ones are so much stronger, both in just the way they look. The variegation is nicer, they're brighter. I don't know, this one is not it for me, gonna be honest, but that's not to say that when it doesn't get bigger, it doesn't look amazing. So, but yeah, we'll put him down and let's pick up another one. I'm so hot, I'm sweating. Oh, my hair, by the way, it's so done. It looks terrible. I know this like shade of blonde, by the way, is like really in right now, but I do not like it. My hair has gone so flat because there is no color at the root. Like this is actually clean. There is no color at the root and my hair just goes, and I hate it and I need to have it fixed as soon as I can. So anyway, it's not about my hair. It's not about my hair. The next plant, what is that? I don't know what this is, but I'll tell you what, the tag is cool. Hang on. This is apparently red cyclops. Okay? And it does look very, very dark, and it's, oh wow, for a young Anthurium, that's very, very thick. And again, I don't know what this looks like in, you know, real life mature. I'm going off what I see. Very, very dark, very, very thick, very strong veining, I would say, if this is coming in like this when it's young. I wouldn't say it's going to have bright veining necessarily, but I think it's got a nice shape. Could end up slightly coffin shaped from what I'm looking at. Again, have not seen the actual plant. This would definitely be one I would look for. I can't tell if it will eventually go a little bit blush on the back. It's hard to tell. If I were to guess from the name, obviously I would assume that there is something red about it and it could have a bit of a red eye in it. This is obviously very, very young, but you never know. Look at this tag, man. Look at this tag. I love this tag. This is very out there, in my opinion, for a plant tag. It's definitely unusual, but I really, really like it. Is it Mayang? I can't tell. Oh, it's from Block 5C. Oh, okay. I mean, if it's from Block 5C, it's probably going to be something quite sexy, to be honest. I can't remember if my Scorpion King was from there or it was somewhere else. Love that thing. That thing comes in through like a really nice, pretty darky purpley color. It's really, really nice. I would be interested when I edit this in, say, half an hour to see what this actually looks like mature, because I might like this one. And that's how hard it is when you buy Anthurium and you have to go off stuff like this. You literally have to go off, what does it look like now? Do you have a picture of the mother? I think, by the way, knowing what I know of Ben and how he likes to do things, I believe a lot of these are probably clones, but don't quote me on it. If you're interested in any of these, by the way, contact him via the NurtureSystem Instagram, but he will probably be selling these in the UK and probably not yet. You know what I mean? But if you want to put yourself on a waiting list for something, or I don't know, you feel free to do that. But I do quite like that, and I actually want to look that up. I'm quite excited about that one. The next plant, I actually really like the look of. Now, I have one of the parents, but not the other. The other parent's just adding some darkness to it and some slightly minimal veining, but it's definitely taken the veining from the second parent. Interesting. So this here is very cute. Can you see this? Hopefully you can. I'm not going to tip things out. Yeah, I thought I might. When Ben plants things, he plants them very, very loose. Not that I like push my substrate down, but he really just like sieves it in and leaves it. So I have to be careful in tipping these up. But this is, what is it? Anthurium Excalibur by Anthurium crystallinum fairchild. So it's Anthurium fairchild basically. And you can 100% see the fairchild in that. Now that I'm quite interested in, actually, mainly because of the fairchild aspect. I don't know what the Excalibur aspect of it is going to do, but I actually really think that's cute. And the thing that's standing out to me about this specific one is it's growing very dense and it's holding on to all of its leaves. So this doesn't always happen. I know it depends on your feeding, what grower it is, what substrate it is, how happy it is. But when you see a really dense seedling like this, usually usually, guys, means it's quite strong and it's going to grow quite compact and stout. In my experience, that rings true. Let me know if you think differently and you've had different experiences. But that's kind of what it says to me. I think this could be really nice. And I really like, because I think this here is the newer leaf. This looks like the length is coming in. They're both quite long-ish. Excalibur, I think, is longer than the Fairchild. So I actually think that that's really quite nice. I'd be interested in that one when it gets bigger, to be honest. The only thing that would put me off is if it got bigger and it just looked like Fairchild. You know what I mean? I know that Fairchild has slightly different petioles. It's a little bit too early to tell with this one. There could be a square petiole on there, I think. But either way, it's very nice. And I can only assume the red is coming from the Excalibur on the petiole, because 99% sure that Fairchild is just green. It's quite pretty, I won't lie to you. I don't know if you can see the Excalibur on the tag there. So that's what it's saying that it is. It's quite nice, that one. I do actually like it, but it's probably because it's giving me something. Even though it's young, do you know what I mean? It's giving more. This is wonky as all hell. I think, did this get sent separately, or he told me something weird about it and I can't remember what he told me. Ah, right. Oh, I know what this plant is because I saw it a few months ago and I really wanted it, and I believe I've been waiting for it a while. I have to speak to him about this. This here is wonderful, and wait till you see the photograph, because I know what photograph will probably go in. This plant here, look at this. I really like this. It's variegation whereby it doesn't look bleached. I hate that about variegated Anthuriums, but this one is presenting very, very differently. And I do believe there's usually some pink involved with this one. You can sort of see it on this leaf here. I know that would be super difficult to see, but it will come in quite pinky. And I do believe it's called Anthurium Volcano drips. So basically what you get with this is you get some lovely variegation, and honestly, the type of variegation that is, it looks really, really nice. This is a little bit of me, this one. You get some length in there, and I do believe you get some pink. It might even end up a pinky orange sometimes, from what I remember. Could be wrong. Again, you've probably got a photograph in there showing you what it actually looks like. But this is quite sexy, you know. There's a new leaf coming out. Hang on, I'm going to have to hold it up to see if there's anything on it. There absolutely is variegation on it, but I don't know if I'm going to make it visible. I will try and tilt it on the camera. I promise there is variegation on it. It is so difficult to see, but there's blocks, and it's coming in pink. It's actually coming in pink. So I think when Ben gets this back, he'll probably put this on his Instagram when that comes through big and juicy. I like this. I like this a lot. It's the length for me. Do you know what I'm saying? It's the length, and it's just this nice, crispy, unusual variegation. This could be a proper nice one. Does look like it's going to have some nice lobes on it and stuff, but I don't know. It's obviously grown like what is this? It needs to have some light above it so it stops doing that. But that, so far, you know what? So far, that's a favourite. I've got 3 more to show you, but this one, I think as far as the variegates go, it might be a favourite. There's one more that's variegated that I quite like, and then I've got a non-variegated one as well that is, it's a bit of me. As soon as I hold it up, you'll be like, okay, yeah, that's a bit of me. Let's do another variegated one. This is, Black Venom Variegated by Beevit. Now, Beevit, Beevit is brilliant. I love Beevit. It's really, really nice plant, but I can't really attest to what Black Venom looks like. Hopefully, again, I have an image for you. I'm going to have to message him and ask him, like, hey, what do all these images mean? Because there is no file names, no nothing. But this is quite nice. It has sort of reverted, but this, if it was left to get bigger, it could probably be cut and more variegation would be produced. I do also think that the quality of the variegation is very good. So that, that is dripping is what it is. It is dripping. This here, can you see the variegation on this? Not as much, don't get me wrong, as the leaves previous, but the previous leaves variegation is very, very bright. And even as a baby, sorry, you can't see this, and I'm also dripping water down my hand. Even as a baby, that's actually quite nice. I don't mind that one. Again, it's not my favorite. If I had to pick between this one and the Volcano, it's going to be the Volcano. But it is quite nice. I really like how wide those lobes are. One more look there. Do you see that? Quite sexy. It's quite sexy. I like it. I like it. Okay, I'm dripping. I'm dripping. Right, we're gonna do the other variegated one because I feel like we're in a variegated streak right now. Oh, okay, this one, let me just get a look at it before I tell you about it. That is nice. What's that called? You know what? This could be a banger. This could be an absolute banger when it's older. Is that new? No, it's old. Wow, that's the newest one. My goodness. All right. So this plant has clearly not had the best time being shipped, but this is quite sexy. If you're into variegated anthuriums and you're looking for stuff, this could be a very, very nice one just due to the parents that it is. So this, I'm about to hold up for you, is Anthurium Golden Sunrise by Red Vein Dark Phoenix. But it's variegated. And if you like your pink, I hope that my softbox that is right here, look, is not bleeding out the pink in this. But this is a very beautiful baby pink colour. This is the newest leaf. And it's thrown a banger, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. The way that the variegation is on the front of this leaf, I really think that the next leaf that is thrown from this backwards is going to have good variegation as well. I could be wrong, I just don't think I am. That is a banger, look at that. I see why he's bought that, to be honest. Ben does like his variegated stuff, he does. He likes variegated stuff. In Anthurium, he likes anything with luxurians in it, anything like knobbly bobbly, mutants, not necessarily long things, although he does. It's normally like super wide lobes, super like weird stuff, like wacky weird stuff. But this is quite tasteful for Ben, so round of applause for Ben. I do like this, I do like this. I still would not pick it over this. If you literally said, both of these are free, don't tell me how much they cost, pick one, I would still pick this just because it's just my preference. But if I just show you them together, you can see a big, big difference in the colour, the length, just the style of Anthurium it is. This is just a bit stealthy, you know, whereas this is like, ooh, stealth. I'm a stealth kind of girl myself, I won't lie to you, I won't lie to you. No, but this is really pretty, I like this. It's a shame that this has happened on the back and there on the other leaf. It does still have good variegation. It does still have good variegation on it, but this is the banger. And I honestly, guys, I really hope that that shows pink because it is pink and it looks very, very pretty. So that was Golden Sunrise by Red Vein Dark Phoenix. I assume that the Golden Sunrise is the name given to the variegated plant, but I don't know. Again, I'm looking at these for the first time. That is very sexy. Love this. But the next plant, oh, it's a bit of me, this. It's a bit of me. It's a bit of me. And a lot of you might actually think, oh, she doesn't like all these variegated plants and they're the interesting ones, and then the one she does like is boring as hell. But honestly, I think this is gorgeous. Is it supposed to be variegated? Hang on. No, I don't think it is, but one of the parents was variegated. But for me, it's about the emergent colour. It's about the shape and the length. I'm just a simple gal. You know that? I'm just a simple gal. But here we have this guy. I like him. Now, I could be liking him a lot because he's bigger and he's showing more traits. That's perfectly valid to say that. But I also think on this occasion, I just think that that is really quite sexual. I would love to get from him, he probably won't let me, a piece of this and grow it because I'm looking for some new stuff for the back wall just to grow out. If this, depending on the parents, might work, I would love to grow something on the back wall, and this is a really quite a sexy one to grow. I have to speak to him about it. I might have to speak to him about that. But anyway, what is it? This is Anthurium Leopard and Anthurium Fortune and Dorito. Leopard was the seed parent and Dorito is the pollen parent. I'll show you that close to the screen so you get an idea of what is going on. See, the seed parent is variegated, but I really, really like this awesome, awesome length. If it was variegated on this occasion, it'd probably actually look quite good. But it's just, can you see it's like ever so slightly like coffin shaped here? It's almost giving like Anthurium, but it's Eelmanii shaped. And I'm just a sucker for it every time. I still want, by the way, it's still on my wish list. I mentioned it to Ben, like, I think it was yesterday. I still want a Dark and Handsome by Red Velvet Cake because they're so long and sexy. So that is just, oh, look at it. That's obviously an older leaf there. And then you've got a super older leaf that's hitting some shipping damage, but it's that length. And it's thin and it's sexy. I could cross something like this with, say, like a Juggernaut to get it darker and things like that. That is so, so nice. Apart from the Volcano, I think this is my favorite. See, even in the world of Anthurium, guys, you could give me something non-variegated and I will probably be happier. Very cute. So there he is. Oh, he's sexy. Oh, my battery's going to go. That's not ideal. Let me put this down. I'm going to end this one really quickly because my battery is flashing at me. I've probably got 30 seconds left before it just dies. And the battery did die. It did die. So anyway, thank you very much for watching this haul. If you're interested in any of these, I do think it'll be at some time, but you know what I mean? If you've got interest, feel free to message NurtureSystem on Instagram. You will get through to Ben, guys. I don't actually use that Instagram. It's not that I don't use it, I just don't run it, if that makes sense. So you will get through to Ben, but I'm sure he'd be more than happy to talk to you about any of these things if you've got interest in, like, I don't know, seeds, clones, whatever in the future. Maybe if he's organized enough, he can keep some sort of list. I don't know. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. I will hopefully see you next week for an absolute whopper of a video. Really, really good. I'm a little bit behind at the moment. If you guys have followed me on Instagram, you may know that my pony is not very well, and that has taken a lot out of my week. So I'm trying to claw everything back as fast as I can. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.